Is inheritance a common topic of conversation in your culture?
No, it's not a frequent topic of everyday conversation. Most people consider inheritance a private and sensitive matter, usually discussed only within the family. It's often associated with legal and financial planning, so it's not something you'd casually bring up in a social setting.
Do you think it's better to inherit money or to earn it yourself?
Earning money yourself is generally better because it fosters a sense of accomplishment and independence. While inheriting money can provide a good head start, the process of working hard for your own success builds character and valuable life skills that an inheritance can't provide.
What do people in your country typically do with an inheritance?
It varies greatly, but many people use an inheritance for significant life events. Some might use it to pay off a mortgage or student loans, while others may put it toward a down payment on a house. Investing the money for long-term financial security is also a very common and practical choice.
Have you ever inherited anything?
Yes, I have. A few years ago, I inherited a small collection of antique books from my grandmother. It wasn't a large or valuable inheritance in the financial sense, but it holds great sentimental value for me. The books are a special reminder of her love for reading.
Do you believe that children should automatically inherit from their parents?
I believe it's a complicated issue. While it's a common practice for children to inherit from their parents, it shouldn't be an automatic expectation. Parents should have the freedom to decide how to distribute their assets based on various factors, including their children's needs and their own wishes. One of the most valuable qualities I have ever learned, and indeed inherited, is a profound sense of patience and resilience. This wasn't a skill taught through direct instruction, but rather a way of life that I observed and absorbed over many years, and it is a quality that I acquired from my maternal grandfather. He was a man of quiet strength, known for his ability to face adversity without ever losing his calm or his cheerful disposition. I particularly remember how he handled a long period of ill health in his later years. Despite the physical discomfort and the limitations it placed on his life, he never once complained. He approached each day with a steady resolve, adapting to his new reality with grace and focusing on the things he could still do, rather than mourning what he had lost. This quality has proven to be incredibly helpful in countless aspects of my own life. In a world that often demands instant results and quick fixes, having the ability to be patient and persistent has been a major advantage. During my university studies, for example, there were many complex subjects and challenging research projects that would have been overwhelming without that inner strength to endure and keep going. Similarly, in my professional career, it has allowed me to handle setbacks and unexpected difficulties without becoming easily frustrated or discouraged. It has taught me that true progress often happens slowly, and that maintaining composure is a more effective strategy than giving in to impatience. It has also improved my personal relationships, giving me the patience to listen and understand others without rushing to judgment. Ultimately, this quality is important to me because it is a direct link to my grandfather's memory and a reflection of his character. It's more than just a useful trait. It's a part of his legacy that I am privileged to carry forward. In moments of stress or frustration, I often think of his unwavering composure, and it helps me to regain my own sense of perspective. It reminds me that challenges are temporary, and that with a calm, persistent approach, I can overcome them. His resilience was a quiet testament to his strength, and by striving to embody that same quality, I feel a constant connection to him and the wisdom he passed on through his actions, not his words.
To what extent do you think inheritance shapes a person's future?
Inheritance can significantly shape a person's future, as it often provides a substantial head start that many people don't have. It can provide a sense of financial security, allowing someone to pursue higher education without debt, start a business, or purchase a home earlier in life. While it doesn't guarantee success or happiness, the financial cushion can alleviate a great deal of stress and open up opportunities that would otherwise be out of reach. Ultimately, it can make a person's journey through life less challenging, but it is their own choices and hard work that determine how they use that advantage to build their future.
Should there be a limit to the amount of wealth that can be passed down to heirs?
This is a complex ethical and economic issue. On one hand, limiting inheritance could promote a more equitable society by reducing vast wealth disparities across generations. It could encourage a merit-based system where individuals succeed based on their own efforts rather than their family's wealth. However, opponents argue that people should have the right to do what they wish with the money they have earned, including passing it on to their children. Limiting inheritance could also disincentivize hard work and wealth creation, as individuals may feel less motivated if they cannot provide for their descendants. A balanced approach might involve a progressive inheritance tax, which is a common practice in many countries.
In what ways has the concept of inheritance changed over the past few decades?
The concept of inheritance has certainly evolved, driven largely by societal and economic changes. In the past, inheritance was often tied to tangible assets like land or a family business, with a clear line of succession, often favoring male heirs. Today, with the rise of a knowledge-based economy, inheritance is more likely to be in the form of financial assets such as stocks, bonds, and digital property. Furthermore, there's a growing trend towards more inclusive and intentional estate planning, where individuals may choose to leave a portion of their assets to charities or non-family members, reflecting a broader social consciousness. The conversations about wealth transfer are also becoming more transparent within families.
Do you think there is a moral obligation to leave an inheritance for your family?
I don't believe there is a strict moral obligation to leave an inheritance. While many people feel a strong desire to provide for their loved ones after they are gone, a person's primary focus should be on their own well-being and happiness throughout their life. The pressure to accumulate wealth solely for inheritance can lead to a less fulfilling life, filled with unnecessary stress and sacrifice. The most valuable things a person can leave their family are not necessarily financial, but rather a legacy of good values, positive memories, and strong relationships. Inheriting money is a bonus, not a right or a moral necessity.
How might a significant inheritance affect a person's motivation to work?
A significant inheritance could have a dual effect on a person's motivation to work. For some, it might completely remove the necessity to work, leading to a loss of ambition and a lack of purpose. If basic needs and luxuries are covered, the traditional incentive to earn a living disappears, which could be detrimental to personal growth. However, for others, an inheritance could be incredibly liberating. It could free them from the constraints of a job they dislike, giving them the financial freedom to pursue a passion project, start a nonprofit, or take on a career with a lower salary but greater personal fulfillment. The outcome depends entirely on the individual's character and their personal goals.